Planet X TV.
I'm Outback Zach, the Australian wildlife specialist and conservationist, and I've landed in America. Why am I here? I'm here to find vulnerable, threatened and endangered species and save them.
Only here on Planet X.
Intelligence, stamina, courage, and heart.
Run, puppy! Run!
My business is dogs. He's undersized. He's trouble.
Well, good afternoon.
He's untrainable. Stop that! Ah! What does he bring to the breed?
The heart of a survivor.
He outran every single one of them.
He's not a sled dog. He's a lead dog.
What we have in our children is an epidemic. It's a death sentence.
They found a cure.
Round trip is 600 miles. You see that storm on the horizon? Only one man and one dog can make that run.
He's 12 years old. He's too old. He'll never make that distance.
Got one more in you, pup.
My guess is we don't find him till the thaw.
All right, Togo. Time for us to find out who we are. I always thought he lived for the sled. When all along, what he lived for was me. Hang up, Togo!
Hang out for more action on Planet X's All Dog Special.
You are watching Planet X. You will eat, sleep, and breathe. Planet X.
This is a public disservice announcement from the Sigmund Freud Institute of Mental Health. Our professors have performed extensive research by watching numerous episodes of Planet X TV with its many annual reporters. Our psychiatrists here at the Institute concur with one clear diagnosis. Planet X has a severe multiple personality disorder complex thingy blah 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 blah. In order to significantly reduce this problem, our viewers should watch Planet X as much as possible for several years until the symptoms seem to substantially subside into the soft, scenic suburban sunset scenery. And be sure to remember that it's very, very important to blah 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 blah.
Laughing together is better. Laugh Lounge helps heal all of us.
Welcome to the world's first live streaming stand-up comedy network. Subscribe now for a limited time for only $19.99 a year. Laugh Lounge. Let's laugh together.
Planet X TV.
The movie Togo is based on a true story. It had a lot of elements that are attractive to me. Extreme shooting conditions, the real relationship between man and animal, man and nature. Here it comes. The most interesting stories come from people that overcame really difficult circumstances.
one of the greatest untold stories of the 20th century.
All right, Togo!
During the greatest storm of 1925, children in Alaska were dying from diphtheria.
All those children, we know them.
This one man and his dog sled team tried to bring serum from over 600 miles away.
No airplanes can come in, the sea is frozen, so they're traveling hundreds and hundreds of miles in bitter cold through tundra and frozen waterways.
Why does this man take this journey when he's not sure they will survive? He sees a need. The thing that he loves to do can maybe help other people. That's what heroism is.
Now, America has two species of wolf, the grey and the red. I'm here at a brilliant place called the California Wolf Center in Julian, California. And these beauties behind me are Alaskan grey wolves, Canis lupus occidentalis. When I think about the grey wolf, it gives me a great sense of awe. But to see a grey wolf is truly an honour. Deplorably, the wolf is the most misunderstood of all species, thanks to a bunch of false conceptions, otherwise known as malarkey. So I'm here to tell you the truth about wolves. GM Erin Hunt, thanks for joining me. Erin, can you tell us about the California Wolf Center?
The California Wolf Center was founded in 1977 by two researchers who wanted to teach people about the environment. We do that by focusing on the gray wolf because the gray wolf is a keystone species, and many species of plants and animals benefit from their presence in an ecosystem. The California Wolf Center is one of the largest breeding and host facilities for critically endangered Mexican gray wolves in the world. We house animals here that are potential release candidates, so who might be selected to go out into the wild. We also house breeding pairs here, and we can house animals with special needs, such as animals that have been removed from the wild and would not do well in a typical zoo environment. In addition to that, we also have a proactive fund that saves the lives of animals on the ground by minimizing conflict between wolves and human activities. The California Wolf Center is entirely privately funded, so we don't receive government funding, even though our Mexican gray wolves are part of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife program. We are run on donations, memberships, and our educational programs, which we have every Saturday and Sunday, variety of times, and family-friendly budget.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so people can bring their family, their friends, anyone down, and what will they learn during the wolf program?
They're going to learn about wolf behavior and the key role that wolves play in our environment, how wolves are engineers of biodiversity. People can learn more about the California Wolf Center at www.californiawolfcenter.org.
This is what species conservation is all about. So get yourself, your friends, your family, all down here for an unbelievable experience, because where else are you going to be able to do this? Huh?
Planet X TV.
I'm glad everyone came today. Andrew, would you like to start?
I guess you could say I have an anger problem.
Everybody, we have some really exciting...
Hey, Brandon, you know what I think of your presentation? Oh, my God.
Whoa. Thank you for sharing, Andrew. How are you doing now?
I feel great. I can watch stand-up comedy anywhere. And I'm better in meetings.
Thank you, Andrew. You have come a long way with Laugh Lounge.
Welcome to the world's first live streaming stand-up comedy network. Subscribe now for a limited time for only $19.99 a year. Laugh Lounge. Let's laugh together.
Planet X TV.
story of Sepala and Togo are an extremely unlikely couple. And through all this remarkable resistance of wanting to work together, they can't stay away from each other. And it's when put to the test, as we'll see at the height of the picture, they save each other's lives, and it's a wonderful story. Togo is he's a wonderful tale of a small dog who was thought to be incapable of being a working dog, would not be strong enough, would not be able to survive under those kinds of conditions. And Sepala tried to get rid of him, I think, 2 or 3 times. And each time the dog found a way back to the human being whom he felt such a connection to and wanted to prove himself to. And it's quite a tale.
I'm always moved in movies, most probably by when people are kind to each other, or when people extend themselves beyond what is required of them. I guess that's what heroism is. So why does Sepala take his 12-year-old dog that he loves and take this very dangerous journey? He sees a need. He sees the thing that he loves to do can maybe help other people. And it's really that simple, even though it may put him in danger and put the thing he loves in danger. So that's a very rich mix. The Sepala that you see at the very beginning, well, it cuts between flashbacks and the serum run. So there's always a tension because the serum run was very treacherous because of weather, because it was such an endurance, it was such a miraculous thing for them to travel as far as they did. And that's intercut with flashbacks of when Togo was smaller and things were very different. And also, Leonard Sepala was a very different person because we see him really, he's very pragmatic, stoic. He likes the dogs very much, he takes care of them, but he's very connected to function. And he only thinks about efficiency and what works, basically. And you see him take this dog that he has no use for, and he becomes very important to him. And in fact, he changes his mind about this dog, and that's the development of that relationship. There's a lot of sequences, action sequences, where I'm mushing, I'm driving this dog sled. And both in winter and in summertime, because Sepala trained his dogs off-season, which nobody else did. He built a cart so they could pull, so they could stay in good shape, basically. So I had to learn those things. I had to learn how to, of course, deal with the dogs, hook them up, direct them, get a sense for them, know what they responded to, know when they needed water, learn about their body temperature, learn when they were well, learn when they had to rest, those sorts of things.
Hang out for more action on Planet X's All Dog Sports Special.
Planet X TV.
We can all heal through comedy and through laughter. Andrew, would you like to start?
I guess you could say I have an anger problem.
Everybody, we have some really exciting news.
Hey, Brandon, you know what I think of your presentation?
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Thank you for sharing, Andrew. Katie, it's nice to see you back.
I was addicted to a certain kind of man.
glad you were able to share that, Katie. Belle, how are you doing?
I kind of had a serious problem controlling my emotions.
Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Oh, you... Come on, move it!
Laughing together is better. Laugh Lounge helps heal all of us.
Welcome to the world's first live streaming stand-up comedy network. Subscribe now for a limited time for only $19.99 a year. Laugh Lounge. Let's laugh together.
Planet X TV.
Who's this? This is Bear. Bear is an underdog. These are the guys down under. We call these mongrels. The underdogs are dogs. G'day, Zach Hart here on Planet X, and we're here with Maya. Maya, what do you do here?
This is a canine rehabilitation facility. We work with dogs post-operatively that have either hip surgeries, knee surgeries, shoulder, elbows, you name it. We also deal with a lot of older kids that have severe osteoarthritis, spinal issues, neuropathy, and we also deal with a lot of sporting dogs as well. We work with fitness as far as making sure that they keep in optimal health, so we are preventing injuries. So that's what we do.
And tell us about this fella you got here.
This is
He's
Mr.
looking very relaxed.
Yes. Mr. Jack just had a treadmill run, about half an hour in the underwater treadmill, which I believe you guys might have had a segment on it. But he has had 2 knee surgeries now. He is recovered almost completely from both. So very shortly, within a couple weeks, he will be a graduate from Savos Canine Rehab, and he will be going back to running with Dad and living a normal life and pain-free and back to normal mobility. So.
Now, I believe you get a lot of dogs here that compete in different events, like dog sledding and dog docking or dock dogging. Tell us about that.
Dock dogs is it's a very fun sport for many of the motivated larger breeds like your pitties, your labs, your goldens, shepherds, Australian shepherds as well. And it's essentially a gigantic long pool, and with a dock that so that they can actually run and then catch either the ball or a rope or whatever the owner actually throws out into the pool. And it's there. I believe that they are marked for how far they go and as well as their height off of the dock.
Fantastic. Brave dogs.
Yeah.
Stunt dogs, you could call them even. I'm here with David. David, I've got a question for you. Tell us about the science behind the machinery.
The machinery, what we do is, for instance, the underwater treadmill, it's basically designed for resistance. What we do is, just as if a person went out in the water up to their waist and tried running, we use the resistance of the water in the treadmill. And the treadmill goes either way, back and forth. We can turn it around where the kids, I call them kids, go against the jets for more resistance. We have jets in there as well, and it's warm water, so the muscles relax. You don't want cold water because everything locks up when you do that. And we use that for resistance. And when you start out, let's say a kid with knee issues, had knee surgery, something like that, what you're doing is you're building the muscle around the knee to for progress. So what we do is put them in the water, and we raise the water up quite a bit for less resistance, a little lighter on the body. And we lower the water little by little for more resistance. And that's how it works, basically.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Fantastic. Okay, and this is the water machine. What other machines, what other equipment do you use?
We have what I call a giant jacuzzi. It's basically a pool with...
Can I get in it now?
You can get in right now. Anybody can. It's 85 degrees or better, and once again with warm water. We put kids in there, once again, with spinal issues, arthritis, older dogs, and just like with people, it eases the muscles. It's just a giant jacuzzi, and we swim them through there. A lot of times we'll start kids out in the pool to loosen up the body, and then we'll move over to the treadmill.
Right. And if you're in Del Mar, drop by Savos. They're doing amazing things here. Amazing. Come and check them out.
Planet X TV. Planet X TV.
Catch me next time when we see the wildlife of the world right here on Planet X.
Hello there, my name is Jakai Mickelson and I'm a Planet X viewer, and I'm here to give you the message I received a couple years ago. You should be watching Planet X. You should be watching nothing but Planet X. Look into my eye and realize you should be watching Planet X. There is nothing else but Planet X. Quit your job and do nothing but watch Planet X.
Lights, camera, action, go. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
I look glamorous, I look cool, I look funky, fresh, and no, I'm not just a face in the crowd. Lights, camera, action, go. Stage is set, I steal the show. Neon lights scream out my name.
When you're dancing, I'm watching. I'm loving every single thing you do.
I'm born to be the trendsetter. The trendsetter. The trendsetter. I was born to be the trendsetter. The trendsetter. The trendsetter. I was born to be the trendsetter. Electronic, funky sound. I move my body up and down. You hang on every word I say. I stand my t-shirt and my hair. I rock it all with all I can. Not afraid to be who I am. I'm not afraid to be who I am.
I'm hypnotized by all the things you do. When you are dancing, you're dancing, all flashing. I'm loving every single thing you do.
I'm born to be the trendsetter. The trendsetter. The trendsetter. I was born to be the trendsetter. The trendsetter. The trendsetter. I was born to be the
Wherever you are showing up, people start to turn their heads and look at you. I hear them say, I don't know what it is, but deep inside I feel doing the same. We're just the same, we're just the same. Doing the same, yeah. You were born.
I was born
to be. You were born.
I was born
to be. To be born.
I was born.
You were born.
I was born to be the trendsetter. The trendsetter. The trendsetter. I was born to be the trendsetter. The trendsetter. The trendsetter. I was born to be the
You're dancing
trendsetter.
and I'm watching you. I'm hypnotized by all of you. I'm loving everything that you do. You're dancing and I'm watching you. I'm hypnotized by all of you. I'm loving everything that you do.
Born to be the trendsetter.